Hi friends, today our channel Math Angels is with multiple choice questions from the unit Real Numbers of class 10. So let's go to the video. Let us discuss some MCQ of the unit based on the unit Real Numbers. Okay, are you ready? Yes. If HCF of XY is 3 and XY is 180, then LCM of XY is dash. Once again, if HCF of XY, that means HCF of two numbers is 3 and XY is 180, that means product of the given numbers is 180, then LCM of XY is dash. We all know that HCF multiplied by LCM gives the product of the given numbers. So product of XY is 180. That's equal to HCF of XY, that is 3 multiplied by LCM of XY. Then we will be getting the value of LCM of XY, that is 180 divided by 3. So the final answer will be 60. So the option 60 is the right answer. Second question. Decimal expansion of 63 by 72 times 175 is dash. Options: terminating, non-terminating, non-repeating, non-terminating, repeating, and none of these. We all know that the decimal expansion of the given fraction will be terminating if the denominator can be expressed in the form 2 raised to m 5 raised to n. Okay. So let us check whether this denominator can be expressed in this form. Okay. 72 and 175. So 72 can be prime factorized. Then we will be getting 36, again 18, again by 2, then 9, 3, 3. Next 175. So divide by 5, then we get, yes, 3, then 5. Again by 5 we get 7. So this is of the form 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 3 raised to 2. Again here 5 raised to 2 multiplied by 7. Our question is 63 divided by 72 times 175. So we can write 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 2 into 7. Then we get, yes, 63 can be written as 9 into 7. That is 3 square into 7 divided by 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5 square multiplied by 7. Then what we get? Yes, this 3 raised to 2 can be reduced. Similarly, 7 also can be reduced. Then we get 1 by 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 5 raised to 2, which is of the form 2 raised to m 5 raised to n. If the denominator can be expressed in the form 2 raised to m 5 raised to n, yes, it will be having terminating expansion. Okay, so the answer will be terminating. Question number 3. HCF of 168 and 126 is dash. We know how to find out the HCF, isn't it? So 168 and 126. Both the numbers are even, so we can divide both of them by 2. Then 8, 4. Here 6, 3. Again by 3. Then we get 2, 8. So 28. And here 2, 1. That is 21. Again we can divide them by 7. Then what we get? Yes, 4 and here 3. Right? Yes. If we want to find out the HCF, so take the left side only. If we have to find out the LCM, take all the numbers in the shape L. Okay. So here what is the HCF? HCF will be equal to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. Answer will be 42. Here is the answer 42. Fourth question. Decimal expansion of 14,587 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 raised to 4 will terminate after dash. The options are 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 4 decimal places, 5 decimal places. We know that if the denominator can be expressed in the form 2 raised to m, 5 raised to n, it will be having terminating decimal expansion. Okay. Then here we have 2 and 5. But our question is when it will terminate. Okay. After how many decimal places this expansion will terminate. Okay. So what we can do? Yes, we know that if the denominator is 10 or the denominator is expressed as 10, we can say that after so and so places, the decimal expansion will terminate. Okay. So here the expression is 14,587 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 raised to 4. Here 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. But the remaining is 5 raised to 3. So what we can do? Yes, 14,587 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 raised to 4 multiplied by 2 cube. Then here 2 raised to 4 will be there. Okay. But we must multiply this 2 raised to 3 on the numerator also. Then what we get? Yes, 14,587 multiplied by 2 raised to 3 divided by 5 raised to 4 into 2 raised to 4. Then 14,587 multiplied by 2 raised to 3 divided by 5 multiplied by 2, the all raised to 4. That is a raised to m multiplied by b raised to m is ab raised to m. Then we get 14,587 multiplied by 2 raised to 3 divided by 10 raised to 4. So from this we can conclude that after 4 decimal places this expression will terminate. Okay, so the answer will be 4 decimal places. Next question. If n is an odd number greater than 1, then n square minus 1 is divisible by dash. If n is an odd number greater than 1, then n square minus 1 is divisible by dash. For these types of questions, we can substitute some numbers. Okay, that will be more easier for us to find out the answer by saving time. Okay, so n is an odd number. So let us take some odd numbers 1, 5, 9. Then n square minus 1. So 1 square is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Again 5 square is 25. 25 minus 1 is 24. Again 9 square is 81. 81 minus 1 is 80. Then our question is, this n square minus 1 is divisible by which number? 8 is there, 10, 11, 12. All these numbers are multiples of, yes, 8. So we can say 8 is the right answer. Okay. Sixth question. HCF of two prime numbers is dash. Options are there, 0, 1, 2, minus 1. HCF of two prime numbers. Then what are prime numbers? Yes, the numbers which have only two factors. Which are the factors? Yes, 1 and that number itself. So, HCF of two prime numbers is, let us take some prime numbers. 5 and 7, 23 and 29, then 13 and 17, etc. If we consider these two numbers, is there any factor common? No. Then, what about 23 and 29? No. 13 and 17? No. But 1 is a factor of every number, isn't it? So, what is the HCF of two prime numbers? HCF of two prime numbers is 1. Okay. From this question, let us consider one more question. HCF of two consecutive numbers is dash. Yes, if we consider two consecutive numbers, the HCF will be always 1. Okay, so HCF of two prime numbers is 1 and HCF of two consecutive numbers is also 1. Seventh question. The rational number between root 5 and root 7 is dash. The rational number between root 5 and root 7 is dash. We are given 4 options: 5 by 2, 5 by 3, 3 by 5, 5 by 4. From the options itself, we can find out the answer. Okay. Root 5. It is nearer to root 4, right? So, root 4 is 2. That means root 5 is greater than 2. Then let us check the options. Which option give the answer greater than 2? Here 5 by 4. It's not possible. Then 3 by 5, that is 0.6. Then 5 by 3, it is 1 point something. Then 5 by 2, that is 2.5. So, our answer is 5 by 2. Okay. So, the rational number between root 5 and root 7 from these options is 5 by 2. Eighth question. If HCF of 336 and 54 is 6, find the LCM of 336 and 54. Okay, we know that product of 336 and 54 is equal to HCF multiplied by LCM of 336 and 54. Okay, then we can say that LCM equal to product of the numbers divided by HCF, right? Then we can write 336 multiplied by 54 divided by HCF is 6. Then we get the answer 18144 divided by The answer will be 3024. So our option 3024 is the right answer. Okay. So product of the numbers is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. Okay. Ninth question. The smallest composite number is dash. It's the simplest question. The smallest composite number is dash. Smallest prime number is? Yes, it is 2. Okay. Smallest prime number is 2 and 2 is the only even prime number. And 1 is neither prime nor composite. Then, which will be the composite number? Yes, 2 is the smallest prime number, so it is not possible. Then what about 3? Yes, 3 is also prime number. Then 7. 7 is also prime number. Then what about 4? Yes, the factors of 4 are 1, 2 and 4. That means it has more than 2 factors. For prime numbers, only 2 factors should be there, that is 1 and that number. Besides to these 2 factors, 4 has one more factor. So, it is a composite number. So, the smallest composite number is 4. The smallest composite number is 4. 10th question. If HCF of AB is 12 and AB is 1800, then LCM of AB. The similar questions we have done now itself. Okay. Then LCM of AB will be equal to product of A and B divided by HCF of A and B. Then what is the product here? Yes, 1800 divided by HCF, that is 12. Then we will be getting the answer 150. So, the LCM of both numbers is 150. Okay. This is very important. So, keep this in mind. Hope all of you understood this class. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. Okay.